Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be talking about 5 amazing tank cleaners that you should add to your aquarium. Just a quick disclaimer that these fish will not take away the job of tank maintenance for you. All they will do is help keep the tank clean and pretty. You still have responsibilities as a fish keeper, and you will also have to feed these animals as well. And if you don't mind any of those things, well then enjoy. Now the first one on this list are snails. Now, when I say snails, I'm talking about all kinds of snails, including nerites, mysteries, pond, bladder, ram's horns, any snails. Of course, some snails may be more favorable compared to other snails, like maybe some people don't want bladder snails because they reproduce asexually. Anyways, in this video, I'll mostly be talking about mystery snails. Snails are great at eating algae, and they are peaceful creatures. They are also great at cleaning leftover food. This is especially true with mystery snails, as they don't really eat algae that much and would rather eat pellets or some other fish food that falls down. And the mystery snail is also just something different, you know. It's cool to have like a bunch of fish and they're just like 1 or 2 snails. Here is a clip of a bladder snail I have outside. These are pest snails, but they're also really good at eating spare food and eating the leftover algae. You do have to feed snails most of the time. Like, I don't really feed my bladder snails because they just eat whatever is around. But like my mystery snails, I feed them algae wafers and zucchini and stuff like that. Next on the list are Bristlenose plecos. Now, most of you probably recognize plecos. They're the so-called suckerfish. Anyways, the Bristlenose plecos are a great algae eater, but the reason why I recommend them is that they don't grow as big as common plecos. If you search up common pleco online, I'm sure you'll find huge pictures of plecos. But bristlenose plecos only grow a few inches long, I believe. They also have lots of varieties, such as albino, common colored, I believe there's peppermint, and yeah, so very, very cool fish. They also have to be fed like everything else on this list, but the bristlenose plecos are nocturnal, so you might want to feed them after you turn off the tank lights so the other fish don't eat their food. But yeah, bristlenose plecos are a really cool fish. I've always liked plecos of all kinds, but common plecos can get, I decided I might just stick with the bristlenose plecos. They're also pretty easy to breed. All they need is a one-way cave, and then they will do the rest themselves. Yep, so if you want an algae cleaner or you want like a pleco, you should definitely try out the bristlenose pleco. The next fish on this list are Corydoras. The Corydora is a catfish, and they are a bottom-dwelling fish. The only thing about these fish is they don't tend to really eat algae, but I like them because there's lots of varieties. As you can see, I have panda Corydoras. They grow to, I think, around 2 or 3 inches at most. And you can see they're called panda Corydoras because of their stripe pattern, which represents a panda. Anyways, they come in lots of varieties, and they're really cool bottom-dwelling fish. But you have to actually feed them proper food. So if you don't want to do that, which you should do that for all your fish, probably shouldn't get them. And because they have small barbs at the front of their face, they also really like sand, and they sift through the sand. So if you have hard gravel, they might hurt themselves. Another note is that they are schooling fishes, so you might want to get like 6 Corydoras at least of the same variety. It's probably not good to have one of each variety because that'll just stress them out. But if you're willing to go through all the trouble of getting them, they're a really nice fish to keep. And fish such as the pygmy Corydoras are really, really cool to keep. The next fish in this list is something that's very similar to Corydoras, and these are loaches. Loaches are similar to Corydoras, mostly in the fact that they are bottom-dwelling fish that also sift through the ground sometimes, but they come in a lot more variety than Corydoras. But there are some that look really similar. If you I put up an image actually of a clown loach. You can see it kind of looks like a Corydora, but also different. These are a variety of loach that grow really, really big, and they're also a schooling fish. I'm pretty sure most loaches are schooling fish, but I think there's a small number of them that aren't. Loaches are probably better for people who want actual algae eaters, such as the hillstream loach. It's like a funky looking stingray, I believe the nickname is the stingray pleco because they act like a pleco but look like a stingray. But they're very cool fish. Before I got my Bristlenose plecos, I wanted a hillstream loach. There's also other ones that look cool, like the coolie loach. People really like them. But just know that these fish are a lot more shy than Corydoras. So if you want to see more action, probably get a Corydora instead. But yeah, so that's another tank cleaner on the list, Loaches. Now the next tank cleaner on this list, and the final tank cleaner, and also probably my favorite on this list, are red cherry shrimps or any other shrimp. Cherry shrimps are distributed into two main categories, which is Corydoras and Neocorydoras. These two shrimps live in completely different conditions, so you should definitely research that before you get shrimps. But they are a bottom-dwelling invertebrate who just love to sift through the gravel or sand and collect food to eat. Unlike the other fish, shrimps also eat fish poop, but you should definitely feed them. In a shrimp-only tank, I just feed them a mix of crab cuisine, algae wafers, sometimes some peas, and lots of different things. They also need lots of calcium for their shells. I should have mentioned that snails also need a calcium source for their shells. But yeah, so shrimps are really, really cool. And they're really easy to breed. As long as they're in optimal conditions, they'll pretty much handle the babes themselves and they don't eat the babies. I want to make more videos on cherry shrimps, so I might release that in the future. Shrimps eat algae, leftover fish food, fish poop, and they also just really eat. Oh, they also eat biofilm, which floats around the tank. But the thing about cherry shrimps is that they are a prey. So if you don't have hiding spaces, fish like betta fish or any other big fish will eat them and their babies. So if you want them to breed, either put them in their own tank or put lots of hiding spots in their tank. They're also just cool to have because, like, imagine having like this green tank and then just having some nice red or blue cherry shrimps walking around. Anyways, that's it for this list. Let me put in the conclusion. Hey guys, thanks for watching my video. I really hope this helped and I hope you enjoyed this. If you liked it, please subscribe and like so I can build my channel up and so I can make more videos. In the future, I'll probably be making more videos on poultry because I haven't made one in a while, but I'll definitely keep continuing doing fish as well. I have a lot of ideas that I can show you guys, so I'm looking forward to making those videos. Anyways, yeah, make sure you feed your fish or tank cleaners if you decide to get any, and I hope to see you all in the future.